Okay, kids, the next thing that we are going to study is e-commerce. E-commerce is basically electronic commerce, buying and selling through websites online using computer techniques. So using computers, mobile phones, apps, websites, social media, etc. If you remember that, if you try to find out, you also buy a lot of things online now. Foods, for example, through Food Panda, many gadgets through many social media channels and all that. The e-commerce has become really popular. On the Black Fridays this year, 60% of the total purchase is done through e-commerce, through online channels. That is huge amount, and that e-commerce is continuously increasing and it's becoming trillions of industry. We'll try to identify that what are the opportunities of e-commerce for the businesses. Opportunities of e-commerce for businesses. First of all, they can use their website to promote their business worldwide. Secondly, they can take the orders through internet and send the product through warehouse to any place. There is no need to keep the retail store now. And that warehouse can be your home too. So low cost. Through from the warehouse. Use attractive ways to display the product on internet. That can persuade consumer to buy more. Business can also buy raw materials online from the places wherever they want, wherever they find cheaper. Because it's not necessary that from where they are purchasing it's cost effective. It can be cost effective anywhere and they can buy from anywhere now. Businesses can use dynamic pricing when selling online. You might have noticed whenever you buy something online, they always ask you to come inbox for the price. And you go inbox and they tell you the price. What is the reason for that? The reason is dynamic pricing. They charge you different price from the many different consumers. In the way they can exploit more profits from you. But what are the threats of using e-commerce for businesses? Limitations of using e-commerce for businesses. First of all, lots of competition, because you face global competition indeed. Because whenever you become online, your competitor is everyone from the whole globe, because customer will compare your product with all the global products that they can see online. Websites are expensive to make, expensive to manage. Expensive to make, expensive to manage. Reason? because they are made by technical people. Sometimes their design can be complex and disliked by the consumers. Businesses might have to be a transportation cost to send the product to the consumer, and that can increase the cost of product too. In some countries, consumers have legal rights to reject the products. Warehouse cost, at least you will have to take or buy or on rent a warehouse, and you will have to pay the cost for that. And e-commerce is not suitable to many businesses who sell personal services. You can hire a barber online, yes, but barber cannot cut your hair online. He has to visit you personally for that. Okay. Moving ahead, there are certain opportunities for consumers too of e-commerce. Okay. First of all, you do not need to leave the house, go shopping. You do not need to spend your petrol. You can just stay at home and save your transportation cost. And time is saved. And as the rush is increasing on roads, this is becoming very important. But for me as a consumer, I haven't visited many shops since 1 year, I guess, or 2 years, because online shopping more suits, and I can just buy online and the products can be delivered at my place. It's always easy for consumer to compare the prices, because every product is placed online. You can just check the prices of that product and compare it with the other people. Payment through debit and credit cards is easy. Although there are chances of fraud in that too, but still it's easy, irrespective of you are carrying the cash. Consumer have access to more product and services that are universally available. Consumer has access to more products, services that are universally available. Sometimes consumer may have cheaper price if they are buying directly from the manufacturer. And due to the development of technology, the packaging and transportation cost has fallen. The ultimate beneficiary of this is consumer, because he has to pay a cheaper price now. Okay, ji. But still, we have some threats to the consumers. Threats of e-commerce. We have certain limitations for consumer too. First of all, the access to internet. At least you have to pay some price for that, and sometimes you are not connected with the internet. There are lots of computer system failures in which orders might be delayed. You cannot try the product. If a booker want to buy a shirt of his own size, he can order, and when the shirt reaches it, he will come to know that only his younger brother can wear that, because he hasn't tried that. You cannot touch, you cannot actually see. That limits the shopping experience. There is no face-to-face contact with the seller. That also reduces the communication effectivity. Identity theft. Your data is stolen. Your identity is stolen. The websites use your data to provide information to many other buyers and the other sellers in the market. So some consumers are not okay with that. And sixth, chances of frauds. The product sometimes never matches with the picture that is shown. So these are the details of e-commerce, positives and negatives of e-commerce, and both for the consumer and producers.